Concord Authentication Server lets you create signature profiles for customers and later on verify the customer signature against this profile. Today we will see how to use the API to do this process. The API help page is in www.diamonddocs.info/help, and we will use the web API with this software called Postman to make requests against this API. Let's see how it works. In order to start working against the web API, you should receive an organization code and a password from the system administrator. The first thing you need to do is to change the generic password into your own organization password. So let's do that. Let's get back to the API page. And we can scroll down a little bit to see the organization methods. And the first method is change password. So we click it. We can see the URL. We can see it post method. And we can see the parameter names and values. And we also have a sample here. So let's just copy the sample. It's a JSON object. And we'll go back to Postman. Our basic URL, it's this. It's a post method. And let's copy first the URL. It's API/organization/change password. And now we should select body, raw, and JSON. So we can paste here or write the parameters. In this case, we'll just copy the sample. And we use this example login code. This is the generic password that you receive when you create a new organization or when you reset the password. And this one is a random password that I choose. Okay, URL, post, this is the JSON object, let's hit send. And we have status OK. That means that the password has been changed successfully. When working against the web API, you do not identify yourself with the organization code and password for every request. You do it with a token. The token is valid for 21 days, and you should hold it on the client side and reuse it. Don't do token requests for every interaction, or the organization request will be blocked. To get a token, we'll go to our basic URL, remove all this with the API, and type token. Then we'll delete this JSON object and we'll go to this option, XWWW form URL encoded. And here we type our username, which is the organization code. the password, which is this new one. As I mentioned before, the generic password must be changed, so you cannot get a token before you change your generic password to a new one. So this is the password, and then we'll type grant type password. It's a post request. Let's send it. And here I have my access token. This is the token. And I can see it's a bearer type and that it's valid until November 3rd for 21 days from now. So let's copy this token and I'll save it right here. Now I will use this token to make a request to the server. Let's go to the Web API help page. And I can see among the methods that I have here, get the verification threshold. Click it. I can see there is no parameter for this request. So I'll just copy the URL. Get back to Postman and paste it here and try to make a GET request. In response, I get unauthorized and the message is authorization has been denied for this request. The reason is that I have to send a token. So I'll go to headers. Can remove this one and we'll type here authorization and the value is bearer, which is the token type, space and our token. Now I'll make the request again. And I see the status is 200, okay, and I get a response. The response is null. I don't have verification threshold. So just for the test, let's set verification threshold. I'll show you. This is the method. So it's verification threshold and the threshold itself. It's a put method. So I don't have to put here set. Just need to insert the value. Let's do it 75 and change it to put and send. And the status is okay and the verification threshold is now 75. I can check it, ask to get it, and I sure get it. This is the way I work with token. Okay, now that we have a login code as an organization code, a password, we have successfully received token from the server and we used it to make a GET request, verification threshold request, and a SET request as put. Now let's see how we use the server to create profiles and to verify customer signature against the existing profile. So, first of all, let's talk about the signature format. Let's open the API page and we'll take a look at the verify methods. Verify or authenticate a given customer signature against an existing profile. Let's click on it. And we can see that we have body parameters and the the name of the parameter is signature, and the description is the H5 raw format of the signature. And here we have a sample of an JSON object. Now, what comes here is a specific format of a raw data that received from the signature device. Each signature is constructed from multiple points that we call packets. Each packet has an X, Y, pressure, and time values. The X, Y, and pressure, it's the raw values received from the signature device. The time value in the H5 format is not an absolute time when each packet was received, but a relative time in milliseconds that passed since the signature capture has started.